So when you're planning media strategies for 2026, I think we all need to consider we're in a new era of advertising. So we believe at Dentsu that this is the third era of advertising. We started off with the broadcast era, very much focused around the 30-second ad. We then moved into the second era, which was the precision era, which was really focused around search and feed. And now we're in the algorithmic era that's really being defined by AI and agentic. And so we believe that in this agentic era of advertising, you really need to be looking and thinking about it being a more addressable media marketplace, a more accountable media marketplace, and a more shoppable media marketplace. And so those three things coming together enable us to be able to plan for client outcomes and really making media more accountable for delivering those results that our clients need.
So Will, as we are in the middle of this AI and agentic era, how will AI and other new technologies continue to impact consumer behavior in 2026?
Yeah, so I was talking about this earlier today in terms of last year, 2025, this time, we were talking about agentic. And this year, it is really about agentic everywhere. And it is how agentic is being integrated into workflows, into the ways of working. And so really what consumers need to see is it not being an additional application or thing that they have to do, where it's actually making their lives simpler and easier to use. I think that we as media planners need to then be thinking about the AI world and agentic world and making sure that we're actually thinking about consumer behavior more, because it is those consumer behaviors that don't change. And although technology and media do change over time, if we stay true to those things that really shift the brand and the business, those will come through. And that's what we have to make sure we're focused on.
Speaking of focus, wanted to open the aperture a bit wider and ask you how you think ad spend will evolve this year. What environments will brands be investing in? And what's the lay of the land look? We've been expecting volatility for a while, but there's been a lot of strength in the ad market, right?
Yeah, so I think that from an ad spend standpoint, it is going to be an interesting year, 2026, and particularly here within the US. You've got the World Cup. It's also a Winter Olympics year as well. And so actually sports and entertainment are going to be really, really big things for media planners in particular to think about this year. And so as we've seen, the Super Bowl last year was actually bucked the trend of all linear TV, and we saw that selling out in record time. We actually saw NFL advertising, up 10%, and so again, it's showing a really strong performance, and sport is going to continue. I think that FIFA World Cup, again, really, really bullish about here in the US, Mexico and Canada, and so that is going to be a big event for brands to be able to build off, and again, a global platform. I think there are other things that media planners should be thinking about as well, is that adjacent to that is gaming. And again, we're seeing gaming really picking up. Live sports continue to be really, really important. And but gaming around that is a real opportunity. And so we see gaming broadening out. We see Angry Birds are having a third movie that they're launching again this year. And so the way that gaming is expanding into film and entertainment is a really interesting trend to be looking at. I think that one thing that, again, being a Asia listed agency group, again, we look to the East for things that can inspire us and what we looked at. One of the phenomena that we are seeing pick up at the moment are micro dramas. And so again, short snippets that run out through social, again, are creating an enormous amount of interest out in Asia right now. We're bringing that and actually running a program with P&G, a micro drama with one of the P&G brands later this year, which again just shows the traction that it's creating and how we need to be thinking about this sports and entertainment space differently and algorithmically.